Hello guys, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, the webinar day, as you already know, 5 to 6 p.m. in Australia time. I see you there. Join me in the description, the Telegram group. But what's going on with the US economy? We've seen gold raising, at 3,000 and then continue sort of consolidate in there for now. But we saw yesterday some really important data coming from US economy. We saw the core retail sales as well as the retail sales month-over-month from the month of February. And that came a little bit of a mixed data, and the previous that was adjusted is the most important. So how does that affect the inflation? Because remember, I always tell you that, right? The retail sales is a really big sort of indicator to shows how is the CPI going to be, or how's the any other expand data-based data will be for the economy. Now we have core retail sales month over month came in to be as expected 0.3%, but the previous was reduced to negative 0.6%. So that's a really big reduction, okay? And the retail sales month over month came in 0.2% from the consensus of 0.6%, so 0.4% less than what was expected. That's really big. And the previous was revised down to negative 1.2%. So with that, what can we know about the US economy? Well, before I tell you, I need your support. I need you to like this video, share this content with your friends, and most important, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's really important that you do those things. It's really just 3 things, okay? Because that supports us to keep pushing good content as we're doing every single day, and keeps YouTube sort of knowing that we are posting content that people are actually liking it, and therefore it will keep pushing to others to watch this content as well. I really appreciate. Now, what does that mean for the US economy? Well, I'm going to be very honest. We had the inflation coming lower than what was expected last week. And tonight we're going to have as well inflation, if I'm not wrong, for Canada. Let me just, we have core CPI and CPI for Canada tonight. But USA is on a very interesting path because everyone is thinking a recession will happen. And we have Trump putting tariffs on everywhere, and then all of the things going not the way it's supposed to be. Just an example that I've heard here on the trading floor that one of the persons have told us is a wine of bottle that used to cost $20 is now going to cost $90 for the same $20 wine of bottle, just because of the tariffs. So that's going to be a problem, okay? Because the money will be worth somewhat less, if you know what I mean, and people will have to spend more to acquire the same item that they were acquiring back in the day, but it's not because of inflation, it's because of the tariff. So that's a problem. And first reason that we'll do is a reduction on the spending that we can see already that happening, and further sticky inflation. Inflation will take longer now to get out of the economy, and then we're going to have higher rates. We're going to have rates higher for longer. Okay? So these are pretty much the 3 things that will going to happen. Now, what does it shows to me that the core retail sales and the retail sales are coming in lower than what was expected? Plus, the previous was lowered down as well. So that's the most important, I guess, the previous being lowered down. Well, we have tons and tons of, problems that can happen with that. But first of all is one big thing that I can certainly mention here, and is the most important, is that the consumer is losing confidence on spending its money into the economy, into the society, buying things from, shopping stores, malls, supermarkets, etc. So with that, basically shows to us that people won't be looking to spend. yes, somewhat will control the inflation, the retail sales coming lower, people are not spending, control somewhat the inflation, but keeping very high. And then the Fed will keeping the rates very high as well. How this affects the US dollar? Well, I don't trade those types of mixed data because yes, it was negative, but then we had these smallest releases that was a bit of mixed. I don't much trade those because we don't have direction on the market. I only trade direction-based data points. You know, if that came in to be much higher or much lower, all of the single datas, then it would definitely be something I would be looking to trade short or long depending on the data, but I won't be looking to trade at the moment. The US dollar is consolidated below the 104,000, 103,600, 103,800, somewhere around that area, and most likely we'll keep it there for until Wednesday and Thursday. That's when the FMC will come, rate pause, they will maintain the rates, they won't change anything on the rates. And then what's going to be most important is how Jerome Powell will address the Bitcoin reserve, how Jerome Powell will address, this will be really key for Bitcoin, how he will address the tariffs, how he will address the inflation progress, and what's the next steps for the monetary policy. So these are the things you should be paying attention into after the rate being done on the rate statement, okay? But tonight I will be live 5 to 6 p.m. I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I see you in the next video. But if you want to come tonight, it's very easy. Just go to the description of this video, clicking the link to the Telegrams, and I will be sending the link soon as it gets live 5 p.m. in Australia time for you, okay? In Sydney time, most certain here, just so you guys know, because we do have some different time zones. If you have any questions, please put down in the comments or bring those questions tonight with me. I see you tonight, or I see you in the next video. See you guys, bye bye.